Righty ho.
Hello again.
Hello. Fancy seeing you again, sir.
Right?
Second stream of the day.
Doing big things.
Welcome, everyone, to TEM Sports, the #1 sports podcast in this entire building.
Sure is.
Boom.
I would say this entire block even.
Oh, for sure.
Number one. We're number one. We're claiming
it's
it.
Safe to say that.
Yeah, we're claiming it. We're not letting anyone else have it.
No.
I'm your host, Mr. Tiger Adinaldo.
Yep.
And with me yet again, and as always, is the one, the only Mr. Pun Fu Panda. Mr. Pun, how are you, sir? Oh, did your mic
Still doing well.
There we go. And right next to him is the one, the only, our VIP on the inside, Mr. Cameroni DiPrenzio. Mr. Cam, how are you, sir?
Doing good.
I feel like you got a lot to talk about today, man. There's a lot to unpack.
We're just gonna hit it.
Yeah.
Hit it hard.
I mean, I might be a prophet. You know what I'm saying? I might be a prophet.
You might be.
Sunday, I might have.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a quick quick show.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just the way some people like it. You know what I mean? Some people like doing it that way. I don't mind it.
Yeah, right.
I don't mind it. We're doubling up today.
Quick and easy. Get in and out.
Yeah, in and out.
Right?
In and out. That's how you got to do it. Really quick though, before we go too much further, Mr. Pun, sir, why don't you tell them how they can reach you, my good man?
On Instagram and Snapchat at PunFuPanda, and on Facebook, Pun Capasso.
And Mr. Cameroni DiPrenzio, how can they reach you, sir?
On the gram, Cam61916, and in the Twitter sphere world, BuckSky14.
The Twitter sphere world. And if you want to reach me, you can obviously reach me at Tiger39. That's THAIGER 39. And you can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, SoundCloud. You can also reach me on Tiger39.com. You can reach me at YouTube.com/Tiger39. You can reach us everywhere podcasts are being, I don't want to say sold, everywhere podcasts are being aired.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Everywhere. And just search for Two Endangered Mammals.
Yep.
If you want to catch replays of the TEM Sports Show, just go to youtube.com/Tiger39, scroll down till you get to TEM Sports.
Boom.
Man, my timing is impeccable today.
Perfect.
Impeccable. Oh boy, man. So let's just jump right into the mix. We got some things. We got some things going on.
We got some things happening.
Is there some announcements going on with this thing that we like to call college football?
You want to kick that off first?
Yeah. Let's just go ahead and jump right into that. So what's going on in the world of college sports?
We were doing.
Wait a minute, real quick. Let me do some the shout outs.
Doing shout outs.
So we got Cody Kenneth.
I work with Cody.
Whatever.
I work with Cody and Steve. They're both our first shift.
Is he a dad or
He is
is he
a father?
Is he a dad?
Nice.
All right. So he gets the foghorn. We got Goose.
What up,
Goose?
Goose?
Is up in here with us
Goose.
again. We got Eric Covington up in here with us again.
What up?
We got Stephen Hesketh.
He works.
Is he-
Hesketh,
is he a
works.
dad?
No, he is not.
He's not a dad.
Okay.
All right.
He
And of course, Kiera, the Chocolate Girl Wonder,
What
is
up,
up in
Key?
here with us. I like this. I like the little intimate groups that we have.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got a
Yeah.
nice little tight, intimate group. I like it. I dig it. I'm feeling it. So, what's going on in this world of college sports?
So while we were doing TEM Thursdays,
Right?
I was on the Twitter sphere world, just
just turning up over there.
just checking things out.
when Will was finishing up his lower thirds, I got a little notification.
Little notification.
From can we say, right? Bleacher Report. We can say where we got it from, right?
Just say BR.
BR. Okay.
We don't want to give them any free
All right,
press.
Okay. Got a notification from BR that a certain quarterback,
Yep.
Really?
Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Who
Wait
is-
a minute. Hold on. One more shout out.
Okay.
Peppy No Neck is
Oh.
watching on
Peppy.
Instagram.
What's up, Pep? What's up, Pops?
Mr. Peppy No Neck. Okay, please continue.
Hold on 1 second. My mother is in the chat.
Oh,
She's watching.
what up, Mom?
is
Mama Mac?
Is Mama Mac up in the
She
chat?
is.
Okay. And my man Zach, who is a new Lakewood resident, is up in here with us right
What up,
now.
Zach?
What up, Zach?
He's watching. I don't know if he caught the earlier show, but he's here now.
Yeah.
Just so you know, Zach, this is the sports show. Kiera said the candle looks great.
Right,
Yes,
there
it
is.
does. It smells great too.
Oh, smells fantastic over here.
Getting great wafts of this right now.
Okay, please, Pun. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
All
again.
good. All good. So a certain quarterback by the name of Trevor Lawrence, who is one of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Okay.
Yeah, he's him and our quarterback.
Yeah,
are
our
1A,
1B.
Okay.
Tested positive for the situation.
Really?
The germ.
Yeah.
The germ.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah.
So per ACC rules.
So is that now they play for Ohio State?
No,
No,
he plays for
Clemson.
he plays for Clemson.
Oh, Clemson State.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, just Clemson.
Oh, just Clemson.
University.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so per the rules
Of the ACC conference.
he has to isolate for a minimum of 10 days. But here's going to be here's where I think the controversy is going to come in. When did those results come back positive?
Yeah.
They came back positive today. He is out. He's definitely out for Saturday's game against Boston College.
He is. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have a big showdown at Notre Dame next Saturday
night. Yeah.
So if he came back positive, if those results came back positive today, he is out for
Saturday.
for this Saturday and the
next.
game against Notre Dame.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be 100%. I mean, Clemson is good, and I don't know who their backup is. I don't.
I really don't. Yeah.
But I think if he's not in, I think Notre Dame can hang with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
sure.
And
But I think-
he's their quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So he's their starting quarterback?
Oh, yeah.
He's projected to go number 1 in the draft.
Yeah.
In the NFL draft.
Oh, boy.
He's good. I mean, there's no taking away from him.
As a freshman,
he's good. He's good.
This dude came in and lit Alabama up in
Yeah,
the national
he won
championship
championship.
game as a freshman.
Yeah.
Just
He's
a,
good.
just a straight rock star.
Yeah. He is.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate Clemson with a passion, but he is a
He's a rock
He's a
star.
stud.
He's
So it's not looking great for them.
Not
well,
right.
but here's what I think is going to happen. I think this came out today, but I think results probably came back yesterday, and if that's the case, that's what they're going to try and go with because if they can, then he's cleared Friday night. He'll be cleared Friday, which means he'll be able to play against Notre Dame for 1. 2, that's probably going to be your game of the week, which means it's going to be on Saturday Night Football.
Right,
And,
right.
You know, Notre Dame is one of the most illustrious programs in college football. Clemson has been on the rise for the last 7 years.
7 years. Yep.
And they've got, Clemson's got NFL talent up
Everywhere.
and down their roster, and that's a big money game. So you're not gonna want to lose that money, especially in the kind of year you're having right now, where teams are not playing and you're losing money.
Yeah.
That's a big money maker. You're gonna want him there. So my guess is they're gonna go, oh well, we put it out today. Results came back yesterday. He took another test today. We wanted to make sure he was positive.
Right.
With these false negatives that are happening all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my guess is I think they're going to come out and say he tested positive Wednesday.
Yeah.
10 days from now is cleared next Friday,
Okay.
which means he'll be able to play Saturday.
Really quick, Eric asks, does the whole team have to follow of being out?
No. So what, from my understanding, and I don't know if Pun can back me up on this, from my understanding, they get tested. Everybody on the team gets tested every 2 days.
Okay.
Okay. And he tested positive. So obviously they're going to test the rest of the whole team. Either they've tested him today or they're going to test him tomorrow. Anybody who comes back positive will have to sit out of that game, which this Saturday.
Yeah.
Anybody who tests positive after today will miss the Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
No matter what. And that's because of protocol of the 10-day isolation.
Yeah.
Which is not
so
bad.
That'd be
Because the Big Ten's protocol is
detrimental.
If Justin Fields from Ohio State caught this shit, he's gone for 3 fucking games. It's 21 days. The Big Ten set the standard.
Yeah.
3 weeks. That CDC tells you 14 days.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
What?
that is true.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, from this point forward, they'll test everybody on that team, and whoever comes back positive is going to be out this Saturday. But the whole team, the only thing I could say that the whole team would be out is if a situation like Nebraska and Wisconsin, some Wisconsin players, the Wisconsin quarterback caught it, and then there were several other coaches and players who got it. They suspended their football activities for this week, which means that game was forfeited. Technically, it was canceled, which, in my opinion, should be a forfeit. Nebraska had no intentions of not showing up and playing. Wisconsin suspended their activities, so that's not Nebraska's fault.
Yeah.
But that's a whole mess for the Big Ten to get into because, that could that should be a win for Nebraska. And if they come up with 5 wins, they're not bowl eligible, this and that, they could be like, hey, that's a forfeit.
Yeah.
That, well, you know what I'm saying? That the logistics of it, Big Ten's going to have to figure out. But as far as Eric's question, no, the whole team will not be out unless they suspend activities.
So it would just be him.
It would just be him and whoever else comes back positive.
Okay. Yeah. Has anybody else tested positive, like on other teams or anything like that?
They're like Florida's just getting back.
Florida's just getting back.
They didn't play for what?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
They're just getting back, and
so
I don't know what's going to happen with them. They just got back, and 6 coaches came back positive.
Yeah,
6 of the coaches came back positive.
Yeah. So who knows? I mean, Wisconsin and Nebraska's game was canceled this week, and Wisconsin's quarterback came back positive, which is very scary because, did he get it? Who did he get it from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, Goose just said Wisconsin.
yeah, Wisconsin.
Oh, so real quick.
Go ahead.
Because this format is a bit different.
Mm-hmm.
You guys do most of the talking.
Yeah.
So, Pun, I'll handle the questions.
Okay.
That way you can concentrate on.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean? Because you guys y'all are the experts. I'm just the glue. I'm just.
Don't sell yourself short, man.
Yeah, I'll handle the. I'm here for the comic relief and.
Yeah, no, but
I interject every now and again, but I'll handle the screens.
Okay.
That way y'all can concentrate on the topics, if you will. Now, please continue. Really quick, Goose said 4 quarterbacks and 6 coaches tested positive.
All right, so there's 10 people on that team that tested positive. Yeah. We played Nebraska last week.
Now, all those are on Wisconsin.
Those are all on Wisconsin.
Okay.
Wisconsin,
okay.
Nobody nothing's come out that says Nebraska's tested positive, which is a good sign for Ohio State because if Nebraska's not positive, then nobody on Ohio State should be positive.
Yeah.
That we know of because
least,
those two played each other last week. Nothing has come back.
Mm-hmm.
Wisconsin played Thursday night against Illinois.
Yeah.
So, and
how'd that end up?
Wisconsin destroyed them. But here's the thing: is Chicago just shut down bars and restaurants and other stuff inside. So it seems to me like certain parts of Illinois are kind of ramping up. But the University of Illinois is in Champaign. I don't know proximity where that is to Chicago, but it's not good for the Big Ten because, I mean, at any moment we've seen the commissioner of Big Ten shut it down. If you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden you get 2 or 3 schools that are starting to pop up. Who's to say, hey, he's going to shut it down?
Yeah,
I mean, it wouldn't be good. But I think this is
definitely wouldn't be ideal.
You just go with protocol. Hey, you set out a protocol. Make sure they follow it.
Yeah.
If they start not following it, then you have every foot to stand on to be like, hey,
yeah,
this is what we told you. We needed you to do. If this happened, you didn't do it. So guess what? We're going to suspend activity. We're going to suspend football.
Yeah.
Until you guys decide you want to follow it. I don't think it'll get to that point. These guys are so happy to be playing.
Yeah.
Somebody caught the germ. It happens.
Yeah.
I mean, 200 or 2 million people have caught this fucking thing. So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It happens. Just follow the protocol and go about it like that. But 3 weeks, I think, is a little much. 10 days, I feel is sufficient. Even if you wanted to go with the standard 14 from the CDC, that's fine. That's their guideline. That's what they work with every day.
I mean, but 14 days.
2 weeks, I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
Because especially with the Big Ten, there is no room for error. You're playing every week. There's no bye. You're playing 8 straight weeks. There's no bye week. There's no time in between to make it up.
And there is the problem with the Big Ten, or not with the Big Ten, with the commissioner, because if they would have went with the original plan, you had your bye week and then you had 3 open weeks.
Right. You could have.
If something like this happened,
or
you could make the game up.
Right.
You could move the schedule.
Yeah.
But because the commissioner wanted to do whatever was going on in his mind, did it this way, and now, like Cam just said, you're playing 9 straight weeks. Right. There's no room for error. Nope. You did that to yourself.
Right.
So it's almost like the commissioner wanted it this way, so he could be like, "Oh, hey, we got cases. We're not playing football no more."
Right.
It almost seems like that.
Yeah,
because if they would have started with the original plan in beginning of October? Oh, no, middle of September they would have started, right?
Middle of September.
They would have started in the middle of September. You pretty much had your regular bye week, or you had 2 this year, right? Yeah. So you had your 2 bye weeks that you just get for break.
Yeah.
And then there were 3 extra weeks open for all the teams in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
Where if this happened, you know what I mean? Like, you could move the game then. You wouldn't have to cancel it.
You would have had a lot
you
more
had more
options.
flexibility, like the other conferences are doing.
Right.
Florida missed 2 weeks of football, but they're making those games
They're
up.
going to make that game up later in the year when they were on a bye week.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Big Ten should have done.
Big Ten doesn't have that because their commissioner
He
was thinking
dropped
whatever the hell he
that
was
one.
thinking.
But,
So,
you know,
yeah.
it'll be interesting to see what comes out when they finally tell us, hey, this is, when he actually tested positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thought is it's going to be Wednesday. This way he's cleared by Friday. This way they don't lose. Because I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'll watch it. I'll watch the game. Richie's a Notre Dame fan. Shout out to Richie. I know he's probably sleeping. But, I told him, I said, when we had made plans for this game when it got announced. So I have no problem watching it. I just don't think it'll be as big a draw if he's not playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Clemson played Notre Dame 2 years ago. They got steamrolled. Notre Dame did.
Yeah.
So Notre Dame has a shot this year. I personally don't think they have a shot. Notre Dame is a good team, but they're not at that level.
Can't tell Richie that.
Yeah, Richie knows that. He knows that.
He knows it, but you can't tell him that.
Oh, yeah.
But he knows it. But I don't think they're at that level of Clemson or an Alabama or Ohio State. I don't know. I guess Georgia for now.
I guess.
For the moment.
I mean, they're up there.
They're up there, but it'll be interesting to see. And then, I have one more thing I'm going to talk about with the college football.
The college football? Shoot.
Yeah.
And what would that thing be, Mr. Cameroni DiPrenzio?
The Buckeyes got a big game this weekend in Penn State.
Right.
I think the advantage definitely lies with Ohio State for the pure fact I think they're a more talented football team.
I don't think it'll be as easy as it. Not easy, but I don't think
it's not going to be
because we were
easy.
at the game last year, and that was one of the best games I've been to.
Right. It's not going to be easy. For one, you're on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a night game.
Right.
But I think where the advantage is going to come in is there are no fans.
Yeah.
And anybody who watches college football, Penn State at night at a whiteout, it's probably one of, if not the hardest place to play.
Yeah.
In the country.
So you think it favors
100% of
Ohio State?
Oh.
Not that I wouldn't say favors. It's just it takes that extra advantage you would have
away.
And it kind of makes it more even.
It's a more even playing field, which sounds crazy and that's nothing taking away from Penn State. Penn State's a very good team. And they could very easily go out there and beat Ohio State.
Yep.
But I think the playing field is now level, which sounds crazy because Ohio State is so talented and they have so much talent that people look and go, there's no way this is a level playing field. Well, when you throw in 110,000 people all wearing white at night, trust me, it's
waving pom-poms.
Yeah.
The team's all dressed, like the team wears all white.
It's crazy.
Like they're all white uniforms.
Crazy thing to see.
It's probably one of the best fan atmospheres in college football.
100%.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Like it's nuts. It's ridiculous.
So, but they're not letting fans in.
So it won't. Right? You won't. This would have been a whiteout game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like it would have been.
You think they'll pump fan noise through the speakers or anything?
Oh, they do.
That?
Yeah. Like all the schools are doing that who don't have fans.
Right. I wonder if they regulate how loud they're allowed to turn it up.
Probably not. I mean,
they're like just crank that shit all the way up.
To be honest, when we were watching the Ohio State game this past Saturday, there were times where you thought, "Wait, are there fans there?"
Yeah, it sounded like there was. Fans
I mean, there were a few. There was 1,600.
Yeah, but I think it was family and friends.
It's family and friends
and media and crap like that.
But with the pump, with the pumping of the noise. There were times if the camera wasn't on the stand, so you could see there were empty stands.
Yeah,
there were times where holy shit, it
sounds like an actual game.
Kind of feels like an actual game,
right?
You know, but you're not going to have the atmosphere of
it's not
100,000 fans who are rooting for you to lose,
right.
Except for your fans, that are there. You're not going to have that. So in the times of a game where it would be close and Penn State would need some
noise
to create, and the fans then the fans would get crazy. You see the Nittany Lion mascot going crazy.
Yeah,
not going to have that. They don't even let mascots in these games.
No. Really,
Brutus Buckeye was not allowed to be at the game, at the Ohio State game Saturday.
He
wears a mask.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's gotta be a little. Yeah, he wears a whole ass outfit. He's literally recycling his air into his uniform.
Even the announcers were talking about it.
Yeah, it's.
Oh boy.
But yeah,
so
that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious. We're definitely gonna have to do a follow up to that.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe a post or something like that. But we'll definitely have to do a follow up.
Yeah, we're sure.
And
For
see what's going on.
It'll be a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, the quarterback for Penn State has ran his mouth all week.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, and I'll say this, with respect to Penn State, the only reason they scored on Ohio State last year is after he got pulled. So their starting quarterback has not scored against Ohio State, and he is, he made a comment, we're not here to hang with Ohio State. We're here to beat Ohio State.
Oh. Then put the backup in.
Oh.
Sir, you haven't scored against Ohio State. They took you out, and that's the only time your team got points last year is when you were on the bench.
Mm-hmm. We were at the game.
I get it.
Oh.
We were at the game, yeah.
Confidence, and, obviously you can't go in and go, we're playing Ohio State, they're going to fucking beat us by 60. I get it.
Oh, no, for sure. No.
But let's prove yourself against some competition first. No offense, you fucking lost to Indiana last week.
Yeah.
I mean, that loss is solely on their coach.
Yeah.
I blame him for poor time management.
Yep.
But in the same aspect,
it should have never been there.
It should never have gotten there.
Yeah.
But that game is a close one. Whatever. This is
Things
a weird
happen.
year.
It's football.
It's a weird year, but I blame their coach 100% for that loss.
That was a coach.
There's no getting around that. You're not going to argue that. Everybody who has said anything about that game blames James Franco for that loss, and I think he knows he fucked up. But I mean, what's done is done.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of coaching era, let's talk about this World Series.
Oh
my, bro!
The king of the Segway is back, baby.
This hurts.
Oh man, I feel like you set that one up for me, Cam. I feel like you set it up a little bit. That's what teamwork makes the dream.
It does. Like this one hurts.
Some tomfoolery happened during the World Series, and again, I don't know much about sports, but one thing I do know is that if your player is having a good game, you probably want to, kind of let them keep playing. Now it's just I'm just assuming, I'm just spitballing here
for sure.
But
you are 100% correct.
Why don't you guys tell me what actually happened?
Can I lead off at this one
during this game? I feel like Cam is why do I call him Pam? Cam is giving us a look.
Yeah.
So please elucidate us as to what happened during that game. Because Twitter was going crazy. Like honestly, I got so many notifications from my Twitter. Like bloom, 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 like people that I know posting. And then like Facebook was going crazy. I was like, what the hell is going on? Even my Instagram and my Snapchat was like going crazy. Like when I was on people's stories, like people were pretty livid about what had happened. So
I'm going to let you roll with this because I am too emotional.
Oh shit.
Tampa Bay's like my second team.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Tampa Bay to punt is like the Cubs to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was never, and I never have been more angry at a team that I don't care for in my life. Than I
so
was.
you don't even care about the team.
I could, the Dodgers and the Rays. I wanted to see the Rays win, but whoever won. It wasn't going to, I would like punt. When the Cubs won and beat the Indians in 2016, I wasn't happy on the inside. I was more pissed off because I'm an Indians fan. That's how I grew up. The Cubs were my second team, but they beat my team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I didn't really care who had won this game, but I'm a fan of theatrics in sports and game sevens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because it's just a whole different world. It's a whole different atmosphere. You see what your players and your coaches are actually made of. Mm-hmm. Everything's on the line, one game, whether it's 48 minutes in basketball, 60 minutes in football, 9 innings in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everything is on the line. There's no win and we come back tomorrow. It's you're either champions or you're not.
Right.
So turn on the game. Snell's doing his thing. He's fucking mowing them down.
He was nasty.
Tractor out there mowing grass. 5 innings in, 9 Ks,
strikeouts.
9 Ks, 1 hit. The Dodgers' top 3 batters are 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts. He gives up a hit to the number 9 batter. Okay? Number 9 batter on most teams is not your greatest hitter.
Right.
Some are because it just depends on how you roll your lineup.
Yeah.
Okay. You could have a batter who's decent at 9
to
flip it over. Yep. Okay. Your number 9 hitter gives up the second hit he's given up all night. This isn't the 12th or 13th hit. This is the second hit, and it wasn't even that hard of a hit. Okay, it was an inside. It was off the inside of the bat, but center field.
Yeah.
Comes out, yanks him. I turned to my wife, and I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Wait, so he gave the second hit that he gave up, he came out there and yanked him.
He yanked him. Now, mind you, this dude has thrown, 50 pitches, maybe?
Not even.
I don't even think he might have been at 50 pitches. Now, mind you, this is going into the 6th inning. Okay, he's thrown maybe 50 pitches. I think 50. We'll go with that. He struck out
really
9.
quick.
Yeah.
Richie isn't asleep. He's awake.
Yeah.
Not to interrupt you, he had a quick question. Hey guys, do you think that OSU should be ranked at number 3, even though they only played 1 game, higher than the teams that have played 4 or 5 games and undefeated?
Not that it's Ohio State, but absolutely.
Yes,
because they were ranked number 2 before the season.
They were ranked. They were ranked number 2 before all this.
Happened, and even during it, when they weren't playing, the AP still had them in the top 10.
Yeah, they were number 6,
and they haven't even played a game.
Well, Richie, there's your answer,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Also,
And I would have said that for any team. Like,
Right.
also
If you were-
quickly,
go ahead.
also quickly, Julian said that was the most ridiculous decision ever.
it was.
Listen, I'm not a coach.
Right?
I'm not an MLB coach. I will never be an MLB coach. But you got to have common sense. Me personally, Kevin Cash for the Tampa Bay Rays should lose his job.
Oh yeah.
I know that sounds harsh over
I feel like
one
there was
decision.
a lot of that on Twitter too.
I feel like that's harsh over decision, but you can't do that in that situation. You have a guy who is literally manhandling this lineup. The Dodgers' morale was shot. There was no confidence. There was no momentum. None. You could look at their dugout and go, they know they're going to a Game 7 because they can't figure Benny Snell out. They cannot figure him out. You could see that.
And then
It's one of the few sports you can look at a player and know, fuck, they can't figure me out. I'm confused. And that's what you got. Because Cash went out there, pulled him. That dugout, his morale totally
You saw it.
changed.
You saw it. Like
Totally changed.
The guys in the Dodgers dugouts were literally looking at each other like,
Why is he coming out?
oh my God,
Did he really just do that?
we're going to win this game now.
I did see a video of what's the pitcher's name?
Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, I saw a video like when he started walking out, he just was like,
Snell from the Rays.
Snell, yeah, Snell, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so like when you saw, they showed the Dodgers dugout first, and you would have thought they just won the game.
Right.
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
When they panned after they showed Snell walking off, like you knew he was pissed.
Yeah.
When they showed Tampa's dugout, it looked like those guys were ready to like walk into the freaking clubhouse.
Really?
Just be
Like, they were already celebrating at that point.
They were like, "What are you doing?"
Well, I think you just you basically what you did is you took a guy out who had a low pitch count.
really quick.
73.
73.
Yeah,
Julian and Goose informed us that it was 73.
But still,
pitches
you
when
don't
Cash
take.
took him out.
So
Listen, there are guys that have thrown 120 fucking pitches in a complete game. That is Game 6 of the World Series. You have to win that game to go to a Game 7.
Yeah.
You had one of your aces, if not your top ace, on the mound.
you had the perfect scenario.
It was set up for you to go to Game 7. And then you don't know what happens in Game 7s.
You were down, 3-2, right? Yeah.
3-2
You're down 3-2.
in the series.
You're coming into Game 6. You know you have to win to go to Game 7.
And you have the potential to tie it up.
You have your ace, your number 1 pitcher, on the mound.
Pitching like an ace.
Not only is he on the mound, it literally looked like the Dodgers were playing. It looked like Benny Snell was pitching against a freaking T-ball team.
It was everything was working in his favor. He had batters off balance, guessing at pitches. It was one of those games where your pitcher was in the zone and he should have came in the 5th inning and said, "Listen, I don't care if you throw 145 fucking pitches, you're staying out there till we figure you out." Because here's the thing, I don't think they were going to figure him out. The Dodgers were way too out of it. They were off balance. Just the whole, like Pun said, the whole setup was
Mookie Betts
there.
even said it.
Oh, they interviewed him after the game, and he had no clue why they'd taken him out.
He was like, that helped us.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, wow.
He literally said it on air. That helped us.
They took him out, and that was it. I looked at my wife, and I said, they just gave away the World Series.
Yeah, at that point,
was
you literally gave it away.
And here's the problem.
Now,
it's all analytics and numbers now. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But here's the thing.
The analytics just lost you.
You at one point as a manager, you got to stop looking at numbers. Numbers only mean so much, okay? Oh, well, this guy's hitting zone's better. Who fucking cares? Your ace was on the mound doing what an ace does in a game that you need him to be an ace. Why are you taking him out?
Yeah,
and that's
a really weird decision.
There's not a single explanation other than, and even the announcer said it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of analytics getting in the way of baseball.
Yeah,
baseball used to be a game where, I mean, go look back in the day. Pitchers would throw 130 pitches, 9 innings, and then pitch 2 days later.
Yeah.
Julian said 2 hits, 73 pitches, throwing filth.
I mean, it was
5
nasty.
and a third innings, up 1-0, game 6. This was a pitcher set. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, it blew my mind.
I think it blew a lot of people's minds.
When you have other athletes from other sports, not even yours,
right,
being like,
saying,
what the hell are you doing?
What the hell are you doing? You didn't make the right decision, bro.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all.
From what I was reading, that wasn't the first time he had made that decision either. I think he did it a couple games ago.
He made some. Well, and the thing is here's the thing: is the guy okay? You want a question for the decision to take Snell out? That's fine. He shouldn't have done it. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
The guy he brought in has given up a run in 6 straight games.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what
Why
I was
the
reading.
fuck are you bringing
this? Yeah.
Bring in another starter.
Yeah.
Like,
you have to make it to game 7. Why are you going to bring a guy in who's given up runs?
Yeah.
I get it. Pitchers give up runs, but 6 straight games?
Yeah.
You don't
it's
do
not
that.
like a fluke.
You
really
don't do
quick,
that.
Goose said Kurt Schilling. I'm saying that right?
Yep.
Yeah,
right.
Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling pitched with a bloody ankle and kept pitching.
He had
And
stitches and won. He had stitches.
And won the game.
Yeah.
And Snell was healthy and got taken
Healthy.
Healthy as an ox.
Pitching his ass off. Everything you would want from in that scenario, he was doing everything you couldn't even have dreamed of that any better.
Yeah.
No.
Wow, we're in game 6. We need to win this. We actually have our ace, and he's actually
pitching like an ace.
This sounds more and more like a movie.
No, because movie script would be that stupid.
No, I'm saying like a comedy.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh,
like,
no, yeah, for sure.
You know what we should do? We should take him out, or a drama where the man that was a manager that did that, right? Like the manager has it out for him.
Yeah.
Like in the background, like he slept with the manager's wife, so he's like,
Right.
you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take him out
you
the game.
Yeah, it's what it was.
It's just crazy to me. Like it blows my mind. And like I said, as a fan of baseball, you get angry when you see stupidity from somebody you shouldn't see stupidity from. Here I am. I work I'll say a 9 to 5, but I work 1 to 9.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I go in, I put my 8 hours in.
Mm-hmm.
These guys get paid millions and millions of dollars to make decisions, and then you make a decision like that. That would question why I'm paying you umpteen millions of dollars.
I feel
That's not a smart decision.
There might be some questions about his job in the future.
No.
I mean,
I feel like especially losing a World Series, like that's huge. That's not just a game.
you lose. Okay, listen. If you were not the better team and you lose a World Series, it's understandable. Okay,
Yeah.
Right.
but Tampa Bay, well, I mean, it was them and the Dodgers all year for going back and forth for the best record in the major league. So Tampa Bay
was equal at least.
Yeah.
was. I think they were.
I think they were a tad bit
I
better.
think this was probably the
They were
most
definitely
equal
at least better at that moment.
Yeah.
at the moment.
So
Yeah,
at that moment, they were looking like the better team
And you
until he came in and sabotaged.
took that away from your own team.
Yeah, that's
Now, because I like conspiracies. Now, we all know what happened when the
Wait, hold on. You got to get a. Oh, wait, wrong one.
No, wait. I mean, I like that one too.
This is Pun's Conspiracy Corner.
So, we all remember what happened with the Super Bowl. What was that? 4 years ago?
yeah.
Between the Seahawks and the Patriots.
Oh yeah.
For those who don't,
The run play that pass play that
I will really quickly talk about it. So, Russell Wilson led the Seahawks all the way down the field, well, with the help of Marshawn Lynch at the time as his running back.
Mm-hmm.
They needed to score a touchdown to win the game.
Right.
They had the ball last. And they were driving to a point where, again, like this baseball situation, it was like the perfect scenario. We have the ball last. We have to score to win. That's the only way we could win. And we'll do it with enough time where the Patriots won't have a chance to score again.
Yep.
Okay.
Marshawn Lynch literally carried Vince Wilfork, who is 300 pounds plus from the Patriots, 10 yards to the goal line. 10 yards. He carried a 300-plus pound man on his back.
Yeah, I remember that.
We're at Will's house. I'm going nuts. I was like, not for the Seahawks, for Marshawn Lynch, because that's my dude.
Right.
I was like, bro, you hand the ball. Look, he just proved nobody on the Patriots is stopping him. He needs to get less than a yard. You just hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. You had, it was what, second down? No, first.
First down.
So you had at least 2 other downs to get 1 yard.
Right.
Hand the ball off to Marshawn Lynch. Touchdown, Super Bowl, game over. Right?
Call it a day.
Pete Carroll makes the worst football call ever.
Oh, 100%.
And decides to run a pass play. And not like a fade route you would do to the receiver in the corner where either my guy catches it or no one does.
Or it's out of bounds.
This dude decides to run a pass play where the receiver is slanting into the middle of the field. Which you would usually do that. Those usually work if you're like on the 50 where you have a lot more room to operate.
Yeah.
But when you're on the goal line, literally, everybody is bunched into the middle of the field because they know you can't be this stupid. You're running the ball up the middle.
Au contraire.
Au contraire, like Cam just said, Pete Carroll was that stupid because he told Russ Wilson, hey, do a slant pattern into the middle of the field where everybody's at.
So you're throwing in, basically you threw into coverage.
So he basically threw it to them.
New England picks the ball off.
Super Bowl's over.
Super Bowl's over. Pete Carroll's looking like, what just happened? You're a fucking idiot. You saw just what happened. Wow. Because if you wanted to run a pass play still, said player, Marshawn Lynch, was wide open in the end zone because no one covered him. Because they thought
flat.
They didn't cover him because they assumed he was going to be up the middle.
Now,
is that allowed? He's allowed to go over there? Is he,
Yeah. Now, the conspiracy was at least to me, is that was an NFL call to the Seahawks saying, look, we're not telling you to lose the game. It's just Marshawn Lynch can't score because he can't be the MVP.
Right.
Because leading up to that, that's when he was saying, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh.
With the whole him talking to the media thing.
Okay.
Look, I can't prove it. I don't even say I believe it.
I mean, it kind of fits. Like it kind of
Roger Goodell that whole month was like, shit. He had it out for Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah.
And the fact that if Marshawn Lynch scores the game-winning touchdown,
he's an MVP.
He's the MVP. Guess what? People want to talk to him. He's going to be on every cover of the newspaper. He's going to be in front of every camera. He's going to be the one to say, I'm going to Disney World.
Yep.
So I believe Roger Goodell called the Seahawks and be like, look, we're not telling you to lose the game. Marshawn Lynch just can't be involved in the touchdown.
Yeah, because you would think that old boy would be smart enough to see Marshawn Lynch open.
It's Russell Wilson.
Yeah, it's Russell Wilson would know, okay, he's open and throw him the ball.
He's too smart a quarterback.
This could just be me, but besides Tom Brady, that dude's football IQ is ridiculous. There's no way he's running that play if he wasn't told to.
Right.
I like that theory.
Yeah. Thank you.
I like that theory. I like that one.
So now, switching to the baseball one.
Before you switch,
okay.
Julian said Snell was setting batters up, throwing off speed, curveball like ridiculous, and he gets taken out. The relief pitcher was straight trash.
100% true.
And here's the thing.
Which would probably lead to your conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But Anderson, who came in, truth be told, he isn't trash. He just hadn't pitched good.
Yeah.
He gave up runs in 6 straight games. That would, as a manager, that would tell me, hey, you know what?
I can't bring this guy in.
They figured him out. Let's bring in somebody else.
Really quick, Pepe No Neck said, that's right, and my boy Tom and my coach Bill won.
Oh, God.
Yay.
Yeah. All right, bro. Easy. How's your boy Bill doing right now with Cam Newton? I mean,
emoji.
Tom Brady's doing his thing in Tampa.
My God.
But right now, through this point of the season, it's clearly Tom Brady made Bill Belichick. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. It seems that way.
It seems that way until Bill could prove otherwise.
That is a topic for a longer day.
So the other half of your conspiracy theory.
And again, this one is just new, and it's not nearly as...
Hey, that's what we're here for.
Maybe...
That's what we're here for.
Like, almost could be true as the last one I just said. But I don't know. I just kind of think...
Can't be yawning on camera.
I can't...
I'm totally joking.
I can't see Kevin Cash being in baseball as long as he has. Making that decision.
I mean, I can agree with you.
Like, other managers would dream of that scenario.
Right.
In a game 6, you have to win to get to game 7. Some would argue you would want your ace pitching game 7.
Right.
But if you have to get to game 7,
You need to send him out there.
You would want your ace at least pitching game 6 then.
Yeah.
And not just pitching. Pitching, like, again, he was pitching to grade schoolers. like Julian said, he was literally, it was almost like, hey, I'm going to throw you this pitch, but you're not going to hit it. But when I throw you a pitch you can hit, you're going to swing like you're swinging at nets.
Be able to hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he was doing.
Everything that I read said that he was pitching his ass off.
Yeah.
So basically,
I think the call was made. Hey, we need to keep LA. Shit's happening in Cali. They just won the basketball championship. Let's just keep their hopes up. Do something extravagant. Not lose the game, but let's not make a decision where, that'd be like.
I feel like any little decision you make is like a potentially game losing decision. Yeah. So even though they're
not that one,
even though they're not, even though they're like not lose the game, but just take your star pitcher out.
That'd be like, okay, flip the situation. That'd be like Dave Roberts coming out and taking Kershaw out after that. Can you imagine the uproar that would have caused?
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, what?
Okay.
So flip the situation for a minute. Tampa Bay is up 3-2 in the series. You got
right.
Kershaw on the mound game 6.
Is Kershaw like a stud?
Oh, he's a Hall of Famer.
Okay. Yeah, he's the Dodgers ace.
He'll be a Hall of Famer.
You need to inform me of these things, Cam.
Okay. He's the Dodgers
I told you,
ace.
I man the screens, and I'm the glue.
Yeah, and this one, he's the glue, bro. We need to.
He's the Dodger ace. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. He's got similarities of numerous great pitchers.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, flip the situation. Tampa Bay's up 3-2. You've got your ace on the mound.
Mm-hmm.
He's mowing people down. He's 73 pitches, making people just look silly, and then all of a sudden, Dave Roberts comes out and pulls him. They might have fired. They might have fired him by the 8th inning.
Yeah.
It's what I would equate it to. You have a fighter that's like ahead by a round, and then in the next round, he's kind of making his fighter look stupid. He gets punched twice, not even hurt, but gets punched twice, and you throw the towel in.
Yeah, I mean that's essentially what it would be like.
Yeah. Like he gets punched
he
twice,
gets hit in the nose and a little blood comes out.
Some blood comes out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can't fight no more. You're hurt. Like what?
I mean that's essentially what it was. It was literally. I mean, pun could be spot on. Hey, somebody made the call, or it was one of the biggest coaching bonehead moves in baseball. I mean,
both.
It could have been a bit of
That's the
both.
thing. It was so
weird.
It was outrageous.
It just didn't make sense.
It almost felt like a conspiracy.
It just didn't make sense.
I feel like in the managing manual on page 1, it's like
don't take your ace out. Yeah, and this scenario is the example they show.
Yeah, don't do this. Like he's going to be in the manual now. Yeah. He's going to be the manual.
And the thing that kills me was his explanation after the game.
Yeah, what was his explanation?
I really didn't see what the explanation for that move was.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, I feel bad. I feel like I cost us the game. Oh, really?
His explanation was, Here's the thing. They were going to be the third time through the lineup.
Yeah.
Okay, and numbers showed that the Dodgers, the third time through a lineup on a starting pitcher, tend to be better. Here's the thing.
Not just any pitcher was on the mound.
Not just any pitcher was on the mound. Okay. And secondly, you got to look at how the pitcher has previously pitched to them in their previous 2 at-bats. Okay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If he's got them off balance, they're guessing at pitches.
Mm-hmm.
He has control.
Your pitcher has the upper hand. He has full control of what is going on in the game.
Which means he kind of knows where he
knows where to go with the ball.
The third time around.
He knows what to start off with. He knows what pitches he can throw, where he needs to throw them against the batters he needs to throw them. As a manager, even your pitching coach, who does nothing but work with pitchers, that's his sole job, should have came to you and be like, dude,
what are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing? I get it. You're the manager. You get paid to make these decisions. This is one you shouldn't make.
Yeah.
This is stupid. And I saw a snippet on Twitter earlier today of a playoff game with the Yankees and the Orioles. And the manager of the Yankees was going to pull Mike Mussina out of the game. It was the top of the 9th. He had 2 outs. He was going to yank him because he had given up a walk and a hit. And Mike Mussina looked at him, and they showed him, and he goes, I'm not coming out. And he pointed at his manager. He could read his lips. And the manager didn't pull him. He got the next batter out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, something doesn't add up.
Yeah. You're damn right something doesn't
I mean, something just doesn't add up for somebody to go and sit there and lose that much common sense. I mean, let's be honest here. You don't even have to be a coach to realize that.
You could be. I realize it, and I don't even know about baseball.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just it's common sense.
Yeah.
Like it's just you look at it, it's just common fucking sense.
Real quick, Julian in the chat
Mm-hmm.
said conspiracy theory 2020 sports are decided in LA and Florida. NBA Finals, LA and Miami. LA wins. 2020 Stanley Cup Finals, Tampa Bay and Dallas.
Tampa Bay wins. In baseball, it was LA and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
LA wins.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
And guess who's the quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Tom Brady.
Wow.
Tom Brady. And guess what place they're in?
First. Hey,
Guess where the Super Bowl's at?
this year? Tampa Bay.
Get the hell out of here. Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I love
Oh,
conspiracies
man.
because even if they're not true, they sure do seem true sometimes.
They're a hell of a
Sometimes
lot-
the
they're a
things
hell of a
around
lot of
them.
fun.
Yeah.
Right. The
They're
things
a hell of
around
a
them
lot of
Oh, yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
make you really think about it.
Wow.
Yep.
That is.
Mhm.
Oh man. Yeah. There's a.
Head scratcher.
Yeah,
Right?
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Speaking of head scratchers, I'm scratching my head trying to figure out what Cam wants to talk about during these NFL hot takes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I
wanna-
am the king of these
You
segues,
are,
man.
man. You
I'm
are.
on point today. I'm on point.
It's not-
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling loose. I'm feeling free. You know,
That's why you're the
Really?
captain, man.
King of the castle.
what's going on over there in
I mean,
the
I think the only-
National Football League, sir?
I mean, there's a football game going on right now, but I think the main thing I want to talk about, and it's not going to be long. It's just going to be a quick. This is my theory and belief. The whole Odell and Baker beef.
Oh,
There's no beef. Okay?
there isn't.
Because
Right.
here's the thing, and I don't think people get this. Baker was great last week. Okay,
Mhm.
He was.
he started off like utter ass.
He did.
Odell got hurt towards ACL. He's done for the year.
Mhm.
Baker played great after that. Oh my God, it's Odell.
Mm.
Wrong.
Pump the brakes.
Wrong. 100% wrong.
Yeah.
Not even in the ballpark.
Okay.
Baker played great because of three reasons. One, his offensive line kept him on his fucking feet.
Yep.
Okay.
And kept him off his
And
back.
he stayed
Kept
in the
him off his
pocket.
back.
Did you notice that?
He stayed in the
He
pocket
stayed in the
because of
pocket
that,
where he's supposed to be.
and he got in a rhythm.
Yep.
Okay. Kevin Stefanski made great play calls that benefit to Baker's strengths.
Short, quick passes.
You have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing about everybody's, he's forcing the ball to Odell. Here's the problem with that. He is forcing the ball to Odell, and why I don't know.
Yeah.
But
That's not Odell's fault.
that you can't blame Odell for that because
No.
here's the thing. Everybody goes, he was a diva in New York. Guess what? You know why he left New York? Because he was tired of fucking losing.
Yeah.
Okay? Not that the Browns were winning a lot, but here's the deal.
He saw.
He knew where the franchise was going,
Yeah.
which was going downhill. Okay? He wants to win.
Yeah. Right.
He wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
He came to a program or an organization that is starting to go on the incline of winning. The Browns are going to start winning. I really believe that. Okay, I think they have turned that corner of that shithole team that everybody's seen for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're starting to climb. He saw that. He came here. He wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
Why Baker is forcing him the ball, I don't know.
That's a Baker problem.
But here's the thing. Odell is not in the locker room bitching about how he doesn't get the ball. He's not bitching about his yards because guess what?
We'd hear about that.
We're winning fucking football games.
Right. Right. At the end of the day, they're winning.
That's why he is here, is to win football games. Are we going to win the Super Bowl this year? No.
No, maybe not. Maybe not.
But guess what?
May.
We're winning football games.
Yes.
Okay? We're competing in games. Yes, they might be lower standard football teams,
But
but
against said competition in the past, we would have lost those
we
games.
would have lost those games.
So the fact that we're winning games we usually would have lost,
It's showing
that's a step
you,
in the right direction.
Right, that is showing improvement. And like I said, I'll give Baker all the credit in the world. He looked great after
he
that.
looked fantastic.
But it's not because Odell left the game and he
It's
didn't
not.
have to force him the ball. Because if Odell was bitching about that, you would have heard it by now. Guaranteed 100%.
They won because I called it.
Then there's that.
We were at Barley House and I told everyone, I was like, they're going to win this game. Right when what was the other team?
The Bengals.
Right when the Bengals scored again.
Yeah.
And everybody was all upset. I'm like, yo, they're going to win this game.
Yeah.
I'm like, trust me, they're going. I told Evan. I think I told Joe. I told Vega for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, they're going to win this game. And Vega's like, I don't know. I'm like, they're going to win the game. And then we were about to leave, and then they scored and they won the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't. I'm tired of everybody, blaming Odell because of the way he acted in New York. Guess what? He ain't New York no more.
No.
Okay, and he hasn't acted like that since he's been here.
No.
Tell me when you've seen a locker room outburst from him. Tell me when you've heard him make comments about not receiving the ball or not having 150 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Guess what? Go rewatch the Dallas game. He was in the rhythm of the offense, and what did he do? He had a great fucking game.
Yep.
Okay? Baker was not forcing him the ball. He was throwing him the ball when he was open on his routes. That pass he made to Odell when he hurt himself, Odell didn't. If you watch the play again, he had no idea the ball was even coming to him.
Yeah.
Really?
Why?
Yeah.
No, hell no.
Huh.
The ball was underthrown to him, and
Yeah.
he had turned around. The ball was there.
Yeah.
Why are you forcing those okay, are you forcing him the ball because of the narrative before that he needs the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? If he's not open, don't throw him the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Throw the ball.
He's a smart player. He'll know that. He knows that.
Exactly.
Really quick, Julian said, what is the projected record for the Browns' best scenario for the playoffs?
Right now, we're in the playoffs if the season ended today.
Right.
Okay.
Honestly,
I mean,
our schedule sets up really good for us.
Browns have the next 4 games the Browns could all win. If the Browns play their type of football going into week 12, they could be 9-2.
Yeah.
Or 9, yeah, they could be 9-2 going into week 11. Yeah. Honestly.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
I mean,
we are playing good football.
We're playing good football.
The thing that bothers me, and again, I have to sometimes forget that not all the fans in this city are the type of fan I am.
Realistic.
Realistic. Right. What the Browns are doing this year is fantastic. I have not seen it since early pun days.
A long time ago.
So late 80s, early 90s, before we left. So this is a real good thing for football in this city.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We're winning games. We're winning games we usually would have lost.
Right.
But we aren't going.
Pause.
Yeah, we aren't going to be playing these kind of teams in the playoffs.
No.
Okay.
So my concern is how we looked against playoff competition. Not just playoff competition, legit playoff competition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
teams who are going to go deep in the playoffs.
That is Baltimore and Pittsburgh, who is also in your division.
Smoked us.
Yeah.
In those 2 games, you scored 13 combined points, correct?
Yeah, 78
And
13.
gave up 78.
No, 76.
Oh, 76.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
38 to 7, 38 to 6.
So yes, I am ecstatic for what's happening this season in the grand scheme of things, because we're competitive, we're winning games. But if we want to get to the playoffs and go far into playoffs, we have to
Start competing.
play like we've been playing in the 5 wins against teams that we lost to.
Right.
Meaning Baltimore, Pittsburgh. Because we're not going to play Cincinnati in the playoffs.
No.
We're not going to play Indianapolis in the playoffs. We're not going to play Dallas in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we could look like gangbusters against them. Cool. Fantastic. Yes, win the game. It's on your schedule. Win it. But we have to figure out how we beat legit playoff contending teams.
Yeah. Or at least go out there and compete to the point where you know what? You might win. But guess what? If you lose, and you competed, there, you could take that as a learning and a step in the right direction. Hey, the first time around, so the Browns play Pittsburgh and Baltimore again. Yeah. Okay, they got their ass smoked. Yeah. So they have an opportunity to go out and redeem themselves. Yes, they could win, but I think this year it is more about competing against the upper echelon teams.
Yeah.
The game this weekend, people are looking, Vegas, they're 3-3. Let me tell you something. They are a lot better than a 3-3 team.
They beat the Chiefs.
Okay. They're a lot better than a 3-3 team.
That's the Chiefs'
really
only
quick,
loss.
Julian said the contender teams against the Browns have mollywhopped.
Yeah, Pittsburgh and Baltimore.
Yeah.
76-13.
And not just that, but I mean, here's the other thing. The Bengals are not good. Okay?
They're not.
And they put up 30-some points against us.
And Joe Burrow had 400-some passing yards.
You can't.
You're not gonna
win a playoff game with that. I mean, granted, the defense is banged up, but guess what? At a certain point, you got to make plays. You got to make plays. You got to step up and do something, because you're not going to go into a playoff game and outscore a team. You're not going to put up 40 points in a playoff game. That's not going to happen. Not in the AFC or not.
No. Yeah, definitely not.
Not a chance.
Well, yeah, definitely
not against those two defenses.
No, not at
Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
No.
So what can they do to kind of turn it around and start winning some of these games against higher competition?
That's the thing. Only they know.
They just got to go out there and do it. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it.
Yeah.
You know, it's Odell getting hurt is going to change the Browns' dynamic a little bit because defenses now don't have to
cover the guy
scheme for him.
Yeah.
I mean, defenses come up with a complete scheme
for
him himself.
Which then makes the other guys better.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're not going. It's kind of like if you took LeBron off the Lakers.
Yeah,
right.
You don't have that guy to worry about.
Yeah.
And I'm not comparing Odell to LeBron because LeBron's arguably one of the greatest basketball players to ever play the game. Odell's one of the best receivers, but it's basketball and football is not really the same thing. But it's like when you take that caliber player off the field, the other teams are going to be like, okay, well, guess what? Our best guy gets to cover their number 2 guy.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas before, their best guy was worried about Odell.
It was number 1 on
now,
number 1.
He's going to be now their number 1 defender is going to be probably on Jarvis Landry.
Right.
Which Jarvis Landry can handle.
He's a number 1.
But he's not the number 1 type that Odell is.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Jarvis Landry is a possession receiver. If you need a catch, he's going to catch it. Can he make plays? Of course. But he's not the over-the-top, take the top off a defense receiver.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was Odell.
Okay.
So now you're going to have the number 1 defensive back for whatever team covering Jarvis Landry, who's our number 2 receiver.
Goose just said Chubb coming back. Our run game is a whole lot different.
But we don't.
Him in.
But we don't know when he's coming back.
For one, we don't know when he's coming back, and 2, and I mean, from what I watched, I rewatched the Pittsburgh game, and I rewatched
the Baltimore game, and Chubb wasn't a factor in either of those games.
But and here's that you just led right to my point. Those 2 teams and our 2 losses.
Yeah. Watch
those games.
Mm-hmm.
They said, Baker Mayfield, you beat us with your arm.
Yeah.
And what did he do? Fell flat on his fucking face.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, the strength of our offense is our run game. We have the best 1-2 punch in football. When they start running good, that opens everything else up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We didn't have Nick Chubb against the Steelers, but guess what? Kareem Hunt is a very, very, very talented running back. But they made Baker Mayfield beat us.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they said. Hey, make Baker beat us. And he didn't.
And he wasn't able to do it.
No. And I guarantee you the next time they play him, that's exactly what they're going to do.
They're going to do again. Like,
they're going to see.
You were almost perfect against the Bengals. Okay, do that to us.
Yeah. They're going to make you beat them.
Not saying Baker can't.
No.
But until he does it against legit competition, not the Bengals, not the Cowboys, not the Colts.
Right. Until he does it against some better
legit
teams.
Defenses, that's what we're going to see.
Right.
We're going to see them stack the box, meaning you put as many defenders as you. Stacking the box means you have everybody inside by the line,
and then the
to stuff the run.
Right.
Okay.
Outside's 1-on-1,
man-to-man coverage,
man-to-man. So there's no safety help, no nothing.
Yeah.
That's what Pittsburgh did to us,
and they can do that.
And Baker fell flat on his face.
Damn.
He didn't do it against Cincinnati. He balled his ass off against Cincinnati. That's the Baker that when I wanted Baker.
I like bald his ass a little bit more.
That was the Baker that when he was in college, I was like, yo, we need to take this guy.
Right.
Okay.
The Baker from the Odell Beckham injury in the Cincinnati game to the end of the game, that was the dude in college.
That's who you need.
That was the dude who I witnessed in person beat Ohio State like they didn't even know how to play defense.
You need him week in, week out.
What do you think changed in that game to make him kind of mature a little bit?
Honestly,
as a player?
I hope it's not. But I think it was Odell wasn't on the field. And if that's the case, that's a Baker problem.
Yes.
And if even that's the case, I don't want that dude as my quarterback. I want my quarterback to be able to play with legit NFL caliber players on the field.
Yeah.
And if your quarterback can't, oh my God, I have one of the top 5 receivers in the league. I have to force this dude the ball.
Okay.
If your quarterback is worried about that, he's not a quarterback.
Yeah,
because you ask Tom Brady what he would want. You ask any other quarterback in the league, hey, yo, do you want like mediocre receivers or do you want talent? 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, I want talent.
Yeah.
Talent wins games.
I mean, look, prime example, Kyler Murray, second year in the league for Arizona. He's got Larry Fitzgerald, who's a Hall of Famer, and he's got DeAndre Hopkins, who is in the top 5 receivers in the game.
Right now, he's the best, in my opinion.
I would
just because Thomas is hurt right now.
I would second that. Okay, so you have the best receiver in football, and you have Larry Fitzgerald, who
is a Hall of Famer.
Who at one point was the best receiver in football.
Yeah.
And you have a second-year starter who knows how to use them.
Yeah.
He's not afraid. He knows when to throw the ball. Not that Baker doesn't know when to throw Odell the ball, but he doesn't. And I am
Wait, he doesn't know or he doesn't throw it?
He doesn't know. He doesn't know when to throw Odell the ball. And I say that because he's forcing him passes when he doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Let Odell get open.
I can't wait, and I'm going to be ecstatic. And everybody's going to be pissed off that if this weekend Baker comes out and has a terrible game. Because here's the thing. If he comes out and he not regresses, but he doesn't have the game he did against Cincinnati, you cannot sit there and tell me, oh, well, it was Odell. Odell left. You know, that excuse is now null and void, and it's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
Now you're going to sit there and go, oh, fuck, maybe it is our quarterback. Not that listen, Baker can lead this team. He has to understand when to throw Odell the ball and when not to. Odell is not going to sit there and throw temper tantrums. He's not going to be a diva, and he's not going to bitch like everybody says he's been. Nobody can sit there and throw me legitimate things Odell has said, done, temper tantrums, shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay? People don't know Odell. I don't know Odell. I've seen him and talked to him numerous times.
Really cool dude.
Very down to earth. Very quiet.
Seems like a pretty solid dude.
Nothing
Very
like you
quiet.
would think the media makes him out there.
No, not even close. But Baker has to learn when to throw him the ball. That doesn't mean, if it's 3rd and 12, okay, that doesn't mean, I'm taking one read. I'm going to Odell. I don't give a fuck where he's at. No.
No.
If somebody else is open on 3rd and 12, you throw them the ball to get the first down.
Right.
Odell will get himself open. And when he does, you'll see him and you'll throw him the ball. Guaranteed. That's going to happen.
Julian said throw it to wide receiver Peoples-Jones every time.
You can't throw it to Peoples-Jones every time.
You can't.
That was a great play last week.
It was a phenomenal play.
Oh, that's an actual person?
Yeah, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
He's one of our receivers.
He's the one who caught the game-winning touchdown.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he's a rookie.
Right.
I think he's going to, especially with Landry and Beckham on the team, I think he's going to develop into a really good receiver for this team in the future.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
He's just that kind of player. Even when he was playing for the team up north, like he was one of the dudes who, watching that game,
I mean,
he showed up.
Right.
The rest of the team didn't for the last few years
Yeah.
against Ohio State, but that's not his fault. Like he was one of the few players on that team that you could see the frustration in his face after the game.
Yeah.
Because you watching it as an Ohio State fan, you saw this dude literally leave everything he had on the field, and it still couldn't help the team win. So he has it. Whatever it is, they say an athlete has, he has it. He's a baller. But the problem is right now, okay, say him and Baker do start to develop a chemistry. Said defenses that we just talked about, good ones, aren't going to let you have that.
No.
Because he's not a player of Odell, DeAndre Hopkins, Michael Thomas, who, even though they're matched up against good cover guys, they're going to win battles. It's going to be 50-50.
8 out of 10 times, I think.
Those guys are just that respected.
Okay.
They're not going to respect Peoples-Jones. So it's like Cam said, teams now are going to be like, hey, if your running game's good, hey, Baker, go beat us.
Yeah.
Peoples-Jones is your guy? Okay, we'll take him away. Go do it with someone else. You know what I mean? So I'm not knocking Donovan Peoples-Jones at all.
No.
I mean, we saw what he could do. But if that's going to be a thing, people have to remember teams are going to game plan for that.
Yeah.
Against that.
They're going to prepare for
it. They're going to quote unquote take Baker's binky away. Like, babies always carry around their pacifier or the blanket. It's like security. So like right now, Rashard Higgins and Donovan Peoples-Jones are Baker Mayfield's quote-unquote binky.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Especially Rashard Higgins. Those two guys came in the league together.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were second string together. So whenever second string was practicing,
they were there.
Baker was the quarterback. Higgins was his number one receiver, which is why it looks like they have such good chemistry.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Huh.
But now teams aren't stupid, especially the legit playoff teams. They're going to game plan for that. So now it's literally going to be all hands on deck.
Yeah.
And it's going to be up to Baker now. He has not him, but the fans have no excuse now.
Yeah.
Odell's out of it.
He's out. So you got to take that away.
So if Baker
for at least the rest of the season.
If Baker against legit competition, or even like Cam said, against the Raiders, who record-wise they're not,
they're 3-3
they're 3-3,
but they're not. They're a lot
but they
better
also
team.
beat the Kansas City Chiefs, who up until then looked unbeatable.
Yeah.
So the next game is against the Raiders. That's
Las Vegas.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's this Sunday. So it's just we have to remember, like Cam said, there's no Odell excuse no more.
Yeah.
Gone.
Now people are going to have to make some very hard decisions going forward with the season, depending how Baker plays.
Right.
Gotcha.
And I don't think most people in the city could do that.
Baker has the rest of the season to prove that he is this franchise's quarterback. He's got the rest of the year, and they're going to give him the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And they're going to see if he's going, and you know, it kind of leads back to the point of people like, oh, he's in his third scheme. And listen,
he's a quarterback.
It ain't about a fucking scheme.
Yeah.
Dude. It's not. Or he's in his third coach.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I get it. The coach comes in, he runs a scheme, he's garbage, we get rid of him.
Right.
I know, I get it. It's going to take time. But here's the thing. Kevin Stefanski found out what Baker Mayfield's strengths were, and he's played to them every single week.
Mm-hmm.
Every week. And that's I'll take Pittsburgh, he was unprepared. Completely unprepared.
Yeah.
Okay. Every other game, even including Baltimore, he tried to get Baker Mayfield to play his strengths. So Kevin Stefanski came in here offseason, figured out what Baker Mayfield's strengths were, and said, okay, this is the offense we're going to run to your strengths. That's how you win ball games.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Okay. Pittsburgh, he was completely he was just unprepared. Okay. For whatever reason, we don't know. But he's playing to Baker's strengths. All right. Baker, knowing that, needs to continue to do what he did just like he did last week. That's why I think he's got to the end of the year to keep showing progression and start competing against these better teams. If he doesn't, then they're going to have to think about drafting a possible quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't going to like that. We'll look at the – listen, I get it. You know, we've had 3 coaches in 3 years. Just because that happens, that doesn't take away somebody's talent.
Right.
Baker's very talented.
Mm-hmm.
But you have a coach who comes in to plays to your strengths and you're still not progressing, that's a problem.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely an issue.
That's a problem.
If that's what it is, yeah.
If that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
There's no saying that's what it is. But like I said, this week will be a very good test for the Browns and our offense as a team. If the offensive line keeps Baker on his feet and he gets in a rhythm, I'm willing to bet you're going to see numbers like you did last week.
Yeah.
If he's able to stand in the pocket, not get his happy feet, even when he's outside the pocket, he's probably one of the best outside the pocket passers in the NFL. When he gets on the run,
Really?
yes, 100%. But you got to be able to throw in the pocket too.
Yeah.
But when your offense keeps you upright, not on your back, and you have time to pass, okay, not saying he needs 8 to 10 seconds, but you know what I'm saying? If he gets 4.5 seconds, there's no reason he shouldn't have numbers like that against the Raiders this week.
Yeah. But I mean, he wasn't even getting that much.
He wasn't getting that much time.
I mean,
here's the thing.
It was literally ball snapped, I get ball.
He made his read.
Which is another thing was frustrating to me. Because if you were able to do that from the Odell injury on,
why can't you?
Because like I said, the offensive line really didn't play any different than they have been all season.
Yeah.
They really haven't. What was frustrating to me is that realizing that where were all these where was this style of quarterbacking
prior
in not even in the games we lost, in other games we won.
Oh yeah.
This dude was getting the ball. My dad was like, old Peppy No-Neck. He was like, this dude is going through his progressions in a second. Meaning he got the ball and he scanned all 4 receivers.
Yeah. His post,
and then boom,
read.
Picked one, ball was out in like 2-3 seconds.
His post snap read and his progression.
It was ridiculous.
It was great.
Which was frustrating because it's like, yo,
why aren't you doing that?
Why? Where was this the whole year?
How can you not replicate this every
That's
game?
what you were doing in college. That's what you did your rookie year when you became starter.
Right.
That's what you were doing.
Just do that.
You were getting the ball, scanning, throwing, letting your players make plays, and then when the defenses came up, then that's when you would go deep. That's what he was doing as a rookie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the last 2 seasons, it was like, yo, where the fuck did Baker Mayfield go?
Yeah.
Like, I get our line's never really been great, but it's been good enough with this kind of quarterback.
Yeah.
At least the one in his rookie year and the one he showed against Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Where it was get ball, boom, somehow your progression's done. You know what receiver you're going to. You get him the ball, and then you let your receivers make plays.
Yeah.
And it's like, that should just be a natural thing. Like, you shouldn't just get, and it may, you know what? Maybe it is Odell Beckham because he really didn't seem to be fixated on one receiver. So the main issue would be, why are you fixated on Odell?
So that would still be
that's still concerning. Yeah, it's still concerning if that's what it is.
That would definitely still be a Baker issue.
Yeah,
as opposed
that's
to,
my whole question. Is why are you forcing it?
Like, why? If Odell was on the field, why did you feel the need to force it to him?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, talk about it. Say it.
Yeah, say it out. Say it. Get it out there. And
nobody says you had to bring it to the media.
Yeah,
sit down and go, hey.
Be like, yo, Odell, this isn't a you thing. This is a me thing.
What?
I don't know. When you're on the field, I don't know why I do it, but I feel I have to force you the ball. Let Odell talk to you.
He might come back and say, listen.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I get open, you're going to know it. You'll throw me the ball.
Yeah. Right?
Go through your progressions like normal. If I'm open,
give me the ball.
Throw me the ball.
I'll make you look good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that might be all it takes is a simple, hey, you don't have to force me. If I'm not open, don't throw me the ball because guess what? You're hurting the team. I didn't come here to hurt the team. I honestly think it all goes back to the simple fact Odell wants to win, and people don't get that.
Well, because they see the
all the
proposal
bullshit
to the marriage or to the kicking net.
I see that.
They see
they see all the bullshit that happened in New York. Guess what? He is not fucking there anymore. That shit hasn't happened since he came to Cleveland.
Oh, but
nobody can.
But what about the cleats and the watches, Cam? I'm saying that to be sarcastic.
I had no. So the fucking guy wears a watch.
The dude wants to wear a $350,000 watch playing football. More power to you.
And guess what?
Is that allowed?
No, he got fined for it, but did it anyways.
Yeah. But here's the thing, and then again with the cleats against Pittsburgh, you're down 38-7. There's 6 minutes left of the game. You're not fucking going in. Period.
Yeah, right.
End of story. That could be you, whoever in the media and whoever else. They can dismiss that instantaneously. He had his cleats
what happened
off.
with the cleats?
He took his cleats off with 6 minutes left in the game. The Browns are down 38-7. He's not going in.
He's not going back in.
Baker wasn't going in. Case Keenum was already in that game.
Yeah.
No starters were in. You're not putting your number one starter, your number one receiver back in the game down 31 points.
Yeah.
With 6 minutes to go.
This is an NBA jam. There's no hot spot. Like,
so his cleats came off.
Just to get hurt.
Yeah, right.
His cleats came off. How many fucking times have you seen LeBron take his shoes off and give them to kids with 8 minutes left in the game when they're up 40 fucking points?
Yeah.
You're not saying shit. Oh my God, look what LeBron did. He gave a kid shoes. Not, hey, why the fuck are LeBron's shoes off? There's still time on the clock.
He's definitely not going.
Because he's not going back in.
He's not going back in. It's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes I think the media picks on Odell to pick on Odell.
They always
I think it's bullshit.
They always have.
I think it's utter bullshit. And I think they need to leave him the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Okay, his time in New York is done.
Yeah,
he's in Cleveland, and like I said before, nobody can sit here and show me any evidence of anything he did in New York that he's done here. He hasn't
at all.
None.
I haven't even really seen him going out all like that.
That's what I mean. Not even this year because of the whole situation.
Yeah,
like even
just
his first 2 years here, or last year was his first year here, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I think
that's why I think
not even last year. Like, you don't see that dude out.
You're gonna see, like I said,
you see him.
But
you see him on Instagram playing video games.
Yeah,
I've seen him more personally.
Yeah,
than I have seen it. Than people. I guarantee you've seen him out downtown. Guaranteed.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I'm always downtown. I've never seen him.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I think I maybe he was at a spot I was at once, like in a back room.
Yeah.
One time, had a whatever, and then left. Maybe had a meal, maybe had a drink, and then left. But
even then, who cares?
He wasn't in there partying. Yeah,
even if he was partying, game's over.
He's a whole ass adult,
right?
I don't even think the games had started yet. To be honest with you. So,
but we'll see what the Browns do this weekend, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, well, they'll figure. Hopefully, they'll get it together, and
hopefully they put up a good fight.
Yeah.
Speaking of good fights,
boom!
Look at this.
Hey-o!
You know what?
Listen, you set them up, I knock them down.
Boom, alley.
You set them up, and I knock them down, man. That's what we do around here. Speaking of good fights, the King has officially left.
He
the
has.
road.
I'm sad.
It's the end of an era.
It is
The Khabib Nurmagomedov era.
legit era.
Although,
legitimate lightweight king.
yeah.
Although I did see something today from Dana White.
Oh boy.
Oh, what did he say?
He had a very long discussion with Khabib after that event.
Mm-hmm.
For about 2 hours, they said he had a talk with him. He will not rule out that Khabib will not come back and fight one more fight to go 30-0.
I agree.
He said don't rule that out.
Yeah, here's what I think. I think Khabib needs time to heal.
Oh, 100%.
Mentally.
Not
even physically.
No, not physically.
I think he needs time to heal. It's a very emotional time.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you win fights, it's an emotional time in a cage right after.
Yeah.
Why was the camera on y'all? It's a very emotional time in the cage right after a fight.
Mm-hmm.
You got adrenaline dump. You got all these things going through your mind. Add to that, his dad had just passed.
Mm-hmm.
He made a promise to his mom. His mom was probably emotional when she made him make the promise. So there's all these things. Of course, weeks from now, a month from now, it's possible that his mom will feel differently and say, listen, I was upset. I know you love to do this. If you want to take another fight, I don't have a problem with that. I could totally see his mom doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I could totally see Khabib, sitting and having a talk with her and maybe wanting to take another one. But I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon.
Oh, it'll be.
Yeah.
I would think it would be 2022.
Yeah.
Honestly,
maybe
I don't see
maybe
it.
2021, maybe sometime in 2021,
late
but
year
late.
21.
Yeah, late, definitely late. Definitely not this year because we only got 2 months left.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he's going to take some time to heal, take some time to enjoy his family, take some time to mourn his father, and then I wouldn't put it past him coming back. But at the same time, Khabib has never been one to be motivated by money or fame or anything like that.
Right.
He wants to be great, and that's it.
Yeah.
And it's not a unknown thing that his dad wanted him to go out on 30-0.
Right.
Like his dad wanted that. So I mean, there might be some talks with his family. He'll talk with his mom. Really, it's his mom. He'll talk with his mom.
Yeah.
And then at some point they might come to the understanding, I'm going to come back for one more and see if I can get 30-0.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll be any more. I think it'll be one fight. If he gets 30-0, I think then
that's it. Yeah.
He'll officially, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or he might just say, you know what?
Yeah, he might not come back.
He might just say, listen, it's just I promised my mom I would not fight without my father here. My father is now passed on, and guess what? I'm going to stick to my word.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
could see that. I could see that happening. I could totally see that happening. What a hell of a career, though.
Right.
I mean, literally, that dude has been an unstoppable force at 155 pounds, to the point that out of 29 fights, he's lost arguably 2 rounds. And I don't even go as far as to say that he's lost 2 rounds. The second round, on paper, the second round, he probably lost to Conor. But it's just because it just kind of seemed like he decided to stand up for that round. You know what I mean? Take that round off, stand up, throw some punches at him. I think he even did he drop him in that round? No. It was another round that he dropped him in. But then they said he maybe lost a round against oh man, the last minute replacement for the title fight. Al Iaquinta. He lost a round against him because he decided to stand up and trade with him, and Al to throw some punches.
Oh,
but at the same time, it's
A round. Think about that.
Yeah, 2 rounds out of 28 fights.
28 fights.
29 fights.
29 fights.
29 fights, 2
Two
rounds.
And you
rounds.
maybe lost 2 rounds.
Yeah.
You're talking maybe. You're not
Yeah.
even sure.
Yeah.
There's a possibility
There's a possibility that,
that you lost a couple of rounds.
0 rounds
Yeah.
in 29 fights.
Like, that's bananas. And you know, we with every fight, it's always been, this is his toughest challenge yet. And he pretty much made Gagey look like an amateur on the ground. Like, Gagey said that he was a few kicks away from Khabib not being able to walk. It may be, but you have to execute, you know?
Yeah.
Any fighter can say I was 1 punch away from winning that fight. You know, Ngannou was 1 punch away from winning the belt from Stipe.
Well, yeah,
But you
100%.
got to execute. Right. You know what I mean? Yeah. Overeem was another punch away from beating Stipe. The first time Stipe fought DC, he was a few punches away from, you know, retaining his belt. Yep. But you have to execute. You got to go out there and do it. And if the leg kicks were working and were working that effectively, you got to execute. What I think is that he started switching up his game plan because Khabib wasn't showing any sign of anything anything that he was throwing. Khabib showed no signs of it affecting him at all whatsoever. Yeah. The punches, Gagey clapped him right in the face, and Khabib kept stepping
moving forward.
Yeah, just kept stepping forward. So, you know, it was a very dominant performance. Like, I mean, there's really nothing else I can say about it other than it was an extremely dominant performance.
See what Goose said?
If his brother is as good or at least has the potential to be. Yes.
Khabib have a brother?
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he does?
He has a brother. He has a brother and a couple of cousins.
Okay.
All his cousins are just running through everybody in the UFC.
Is the beat? Zabit's not related to him.
He might be his cousin, maybe. I don't know. I feel like
I feel
like a lot of the people from Dagestan are related. Dagestan is basically just running rampant through the UFC.
Yeah. And Khabib was, correct me if I'm wrong, he was the one that was already like.
So Khabib had already ran rampant through Dagestan.
No, I meant like he was like all the other guys coming up are still coming up, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
So
Khabib was the only one so far that was.
He was one of the first ones from Dagestan to really come in. And Dagestan is a hard place. Yeah. And so he kind of put it on the map, like, listen, these fighters, that tends to happen a lot. So what tends to happen is that a fighter will come in and be amazing, and then they'll start getting other fighters from said place. Okay. You know what I mean? It happened with, like, think about it. Stipe came into the UFC and started running wild, you know what I mean? So they brought in Jess. They brought in, there's a couple other guys. They brought in Force Pets at one point, you know what I mean? So they brought in a bunch of guys from that camp. Yep. So it tends to happen a lot. You get, you get a couple fighters from China, right? We have a Chinese, the champion, the world champion, women's world champion is Chinese. They bring in a bunch of fighters now and go have fights in China. Same thing with Japanese fighters. You know, a couple of Japanese fighters come in, start making noise, and then they bring other ones in. So that's kind of what happened. Khabib comes in. He's from Dagestan. He's like running through the division. And then now there's a lot of fighters from Dagestan on the roster. So he said, wasn't his brother or cousin supposed to fight on the same card, but then got pulled? I think he got pulled because either his opponent got tested positive for COVID or he did. I believe it was his opponent. I believe his opponent tested positive. Yeah, the Dagestani, man, especially the wrestlers. And the thing about Khabib is that he's even said in an interview, people know what I'm going to do. You know exactly what I'm going to do. You just can't stop me. No. You know what I mean? He's like, he said it. He was talking to DC. He was like, everyone knows what I'm going to do. Everyone. Like that says a lot, dude. That like everyone knows what you're going to do.
Because they do. Like if you, like I told you, I was watching the, they have ESPN has those documentaries now leading up to like a big fight. Yeah. And it was Gagey and Khabib. And hearing Gagey and his coach talk, you would thought they would have had him figured out.
They did. They just, but it's like, execute.
Yeah, it's like, and usually you can say that about fighters. Like if you have a fighter figured out, you might have a shot at winning. Khabib's not that fighter. Like you could say okay, I have you figured out. You can't replicate his pressure.
No. I don't think anyone can do that.
You just can't replicate somebody walking through your punches.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can replicate that. Plus, you can't like. So the trick to beating Khabib, distance, utilize your jab, utilize leg kicks, stuff the takedown. It's really that simple.
It is.
It's really that simple. You beat him on points. He has a great chin, so you might not knock him out. Keep a jab in his face, hit him with leg kicks, and stuff his takedown. Now, that's easy to say.
It is.
It's very easy to say.
It is.
That's the game plan. Like
It
if
is.
somebody were to ask me, how do you beat Khabib? This is what you have. This is what you have to do. Oh, okay. So it's that simple. No, I didn't say that.
Didn't say it was simple.
You have to also be able to do that because the hitting him with the jab, easy. Khabib doesn't move his head that much.
No.
You can catch him with a jab or two. Hitting him with leg kicks. Gaethje did that.
Yeah.
Now, breaking his will to the point, like by stuffing his takedowns, that's a lot easier said than done because literally no one has been able to do that. No. People have stuffed takedowns later in the fight, and it's a moral victory. But at the same time, right after that, you're on your back.
Like what the fuck happened?
Like I stuffed 2 of his takedowns. Oh, okay, great. All right, well, how about this 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 15th? Like, and then the thing of it is if you get taken down, you have to be great from your back. You have to be amazing from your back. And clearly Gaethje wasn't because the minute he hit the ground, it was. I was telling you this the other day when we were talking about it. There's times where you're on the ground, you're grappling, and you're reacting to what someone else is doing. And then there's a time where you're so far ahead that you're not reacting to what they're doing. You're directing.
Yeah.
So okay, I want him to roll this way, so I'm going to do this so that he rolls. And I know when he rolls, he's going to do this with his arm. So then I'm going to take that. So you're basically directing the other person. That's what he was doing.
Without them knowing.
Yeah, that's what he was doing. That's what he did to Gaethje.
Yeah.
He wanted to go for an armbar, so
everything leading up to that.
Got him to the ground, and everything that he did was so that Gaethje would give him his arm and get a. Same thing with the second round. He got him to the ground. He's like, okay, I'm going to triangle him. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for this arm triangle. He's going to think I'm doing that. Then I'm going to sit up, wrap my leg around his head. He's going to roll into me. Like it was literally, he directed it. I'm going to go for this top mount triangle. He's going to roll into me and try to stand out of it. I'm going to hook his leg. And then he's just going to have to tap. And that's literally exactly what it did. I mean, it was amazing. There was no wasted energy. There was no wasted movement. There was no second guessing. It was just a flow. Like in grappling, we call that flow. Yep. He just flowed. Like everything he did just flowed. There was no struggle. Yeah. There was literally nothing. There was nothing. It was like when you turn on a faucet, right? There's nothing preventing the water from coming out. Yeah. That was Khabib. There was nothing stopping him from going for whatever he wanted to go for. If there was 10 more seconds in that first round, Gaethje would have tapped to that arm.
Yeah, I told you, like, when I got here Saturday, I was like, that first takedown.
Oh, yeah.
That was the most, to me, it was the best takedown I've seen.
Oh, for sure.
In UFC. Because as he was taking him down, every movement, by the time Gaethje hit the mat, he was flat, and Khabib already had his ankles locked and straightened out.
Yeah.
Not even on the ground yet.
Yeah.
Like he did that in air.
Every step.
It was amazing.
Every time we saw something, Khabib had already planned like 2 or 3 steps ahead of that. Like by the time Gaethje was reacting to what Khabib was doing, Khabib had already
had him flattened out.
Yeah. In his mind, Khabib was already 3-4 steps ahead. Yeah. By the time Gaethje was honestly rolling to his back, in Khabib's mind, the triangle was already applied.
For sure.
He was like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. This is what's going to happen. So he had already went through that whole interaction in his head. Like there was no surprise.
No.
There was no, like when he tapped to the triangle, it wasn't, he just got up like, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Didn't have to celebrate. This is what, Oh, you triangled him. Yeah. That's what
that's what I set up.
When I shot the takedown, that's what I was.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
It was like, Gaethje, you were reacting, but you were reacting 3 moves behind.
You were way behind. Man. You were way behind. And that's not to take anything away from Gaethje.
No.
Gaethje from his back, he has some work to do from his back. Gaethje's a dangerous fighter. He has great striking. He has great wrestling. But, as we always say, there's levels. There's levels to this. And Khabib just proved that he's on a different level when it comes to wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, when you've been doing it since a child and wrestling bears and just Dagestan has like the Dagestani wrestlers are like amazing wrestlers.
Yeah, really.
Russian wrestlers in general. And I know they got a lot of flack for the steroids and stuff like that, but that just makes it harder as a clean wrestler to rise through the ranks. So their wrestling out there is ridiculous. And then to the rise to the top of that, it's like, dude, your shit is on a whole other, just on a whole other plateau. So salute to the king, man. Salute to the lightweight king. Yeah. May he enjoy his retirement. For however long it is, whether it's indefinite or whether he decides to come back. More power to him. Condolences to his dad. I don't think we'll have another one like that for a while. No, I don't think we'll. I think it's going to be a minute.
I don't see anybody else who's got the same, not criteria, but kind of that not look. But you know what I'm saying. You can, you know what I'm saying. Like if you look at a firm and go, okay, you know what, I can see him. Being on that same level as Khabib. I don't think there's anybody in the UFC right now.
I haven't really seen anybody in the UFC that's looked unbeatable like him.
No. Even Izzy?
No, because we've seen Izzy get hurt.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Izzy get rocked, and he rose to the occasion. Yeah. And Izzy's fights, so there's a difference in the dominance of his fights. Okay. Izzy is very dynamic. So the thing about Izzy is you never know what he's going to do. True. You never know what's coming. He might throw a spinning kick. He might throw a straight kick. He might throw a back kick. He might throw some jabs. You never know what he's going to throw at you. And so that's what makes him dangerous. It's kind of like the same thing with John Jones. You never really know what he's going to throw at you. Right. And that's one of the things that makes him so dangerous. With Khabib, you literally know exactly what he's going to do.
True. Yeah. No, yeah.
You know exactly what he's going to do. You can game plan for it. You can literally watch it and be like, okay, I'm going to train sprawls for the next 6 months. Right. And you just can't stop it. So it's a little bit like if I fight Izzy, right? And he beats me. And it's like, yo, you didn't see that coming? No, he didn't even know what he was going to do.
Yeah.
He literally made that shit up when he got in the cage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then you fight Khabib, and it's like a little bit more of like, fuck, dude, because it's like I knew what he was going to do. Yeah. I know he's going to take me down. Right? He wants to take me down. Yeah. That's what he does. Even when he's like boxing at you, like his hands are kind of low. Right? He's kind of he has no regard for people striking at all whatsoever. And he's just like, and in his mind, he's like, I'm going to go out there and they're going to be on their back. There's no options. There's no, I hope I can. No, I'm going to take them down. I'm going to smash them. That's what I do. Yeah. And it's like, you know what he's going to do. You literally know what he's going to do. It's just you can't stop it. It's like a train. And you're standing in front of it, and you know the train is going to hit you, and you're like, "Oh, damn! I'm not going to move. Let me figure out how I can beat this train." You can't. No. It's going to run you over. Yeah. Same thing with Khabib. He's going to run you over. He's going to take you down. And I know there's going to be a lot of what ifs or what about, and a lot of people to say, "Well, I think this person could." But people have always said
always said that.
Everybody that they put in front of them, people have said, "I think this person is going to give him his best test." And it's like, okay, cool, and
the thing with him in that situation, he seemed to the wins seemed to be more convincing.
Yeah,
when people said, "Oh, this is his best competition," it was almost in his mind, "Okay, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to that."
The last 3 times it's been his stiffest competition, he's choked him out.
Yeah, but ran through them before. Yeah, like just
he choked out. Yeah, McGregor, he choked out Poirier, and then he choked out Gaethje. Choked Gaethje to sleep. Yeah. Even though Gaethje tapped, but the ref didn't stop it. So if the ref doesn't stop it, you're not supposed to let go. Yeah. So yeah, man, that's the end of an era, man. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad. I'm kind of upset about it. But you know, people have to do what they have to do and what's best for them and their family.
For sure.
Oh man. On that note, great show.
It was fun.
It's good show. Yeah. Good show. We got a hot hour and a half in there. Okay. Hour and 40 minutes actually.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I like the smooth flow of the show that we get.
Yeah. I mean, all those alley-oop segues, man.
Man, I'm telling you, the MVP on the inside up in here. Speaking of alley-oops, Pun, why don't you tell them how they can get in touch with you if they want to maybe alley-oop something to you?
On Instagram and Snapchat at PunFuPanda. And on Facebook, Pun Capasso.
And Cameroni DePrinzio, how can they get in touch with you, sir?
On the gram, Cam61916, and on the Twitter world, BucksGuy14.
And if you want to reach me, you can reach me at Tiger39. That's THAIGER39. And you can reach me on Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, SoundCloud. You can follow the show at youtube.com/Tiger39. There'll be playlists on the front page there with all of the shows in order. If you want to follow us on our podcasting adventures, you can catch us on iTunes and Spotify. Or if you just want a list of all of the platforms that we are on, just go to anchor.fm/Tiger39. You'll see the launch page. There'll be episodes there, but there'll also be icons for your podcasting platform of choice. Once again, this has been the Two Endangered Mammals Sportscast.
Yep.
And we are now
on its new night.
Yeah, on its new night.
Yeah.
Starting next time, we'll have call-ins.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this late night creep. This is the Two Endangered Mammals, and we are signing out.
Peace.